Hi guys! I just wanted to take a little bit of time to go over the answers to the review for the lesson 18 and 19 quiz. I made my answer key, so I'll just talk you through each of the questions and how I got my answer. Problem number 1, you were finding the measure of angle B, and I gave you a hint, said these angles are complementary. Remember, if it's 90 degrees, that means that they both add up to 90. So B plus 26 is equal to 90. And we want to use inverse operations to solve that equation. So I subtracted 26 from both sides to get that x I said, but B is equal to 64 degrees. On problem number 2, you're also finding the measure of angle B. This time the angles are supplementary. Now remember, supplementary, you can see that it forms a straight line, and that means that they add up to 180 degrees. So B plus 25 is equal to 180. Then we subtract 25 from both sides and we get B is equal to 155 degrees. Now, problem number 3 looks complicated, but you were told that these 4 lines, AE, BF, DG, and HC, all intersect at this middle point H, and that FHG here is a right angle. So because we know that that's a right angle, I can actually say that there are 4 right angles in this diagram, and I did mark all of those if you can see it there in the middle. And then your job was to choose true and false for each of those statements down below. So angle AHB and AHG are vertical angles. Now remember, vertical angles means that they're opposite of each other. So if I look at angle AHG, it's this one right here. And if I look at angle AHB, is this one right here. I tried to color coordinate them with the light green. These 2 angles are actually right next to each other. If I wanted to talk about vertical angles, it would be something like AHB and FHE. Those ones are vertical because they're across from each other. These 2 are actually next to each other. So that first statement is false. Letter B says EHF and DHE are adjacent angles. So I used the light purple. That means, again, they're next to each other. So I looked at angle EHF, which is right here, and DHE, which is right here. Those are next to each other. They share that side, HE. So that is a true statement. Then I looked at angle BHC and CHD. It says the sum of those 2 angles is 90. So are those 2 angles complementary, basically? So if I look here at BHC, that one's right here, and CHD is right here. These 2 angles do add up to 90 degrees. I know that because this angle, BHD, is vertical to GHF. So those 2 are equal to 90, so that means these 2 must add up to 90. And then AHG, GHF, and FHE are supplementary. So remember, we want those 3 angles to form a straight line. If I look, they form these 3 here, create this straight line here, AE. So that is also true. That means that they add up to 180 degrees. Now, number 4 and number 5 were focused on triangles and how to determine whether triangles are created by side lengths and angles. So remember, the sum of the 2 short sides of the triangle must be longer than the 3rd side when we're determining side lengths. So what I did is I took all of the short sides, so for letter A, 3 and 4, and I added them together and determined if that length was greater than this longest side, which is 9. So 3 plus 4 is only 7, so that does not form a triangle. Letter B, 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. It has to be bigger than that, so not a triangle. C, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9, also not a triangle. But then D and E, both 4 and 6 and 5 and 5 add up to 10. So that is longer than 9 centimeters, so both of those are options. Now, for the angles, we have to remember that the angles of a triangle have to add up to 180. So all we have to do for the angles is add up those 3 values and determine if they equal 180 degrees. So for letter A, 38 plus 71 plus 71 equals 180. And then C and D also add up to 180. But B, E, and F all do not. They equaled something less than 180 or more than 180, so not exactly. And then number 6, finding the measure of angle B. These are vertical angles. What you have to remember about vertical angles, because they're opposite of each other, they have the same measure. So angle B is just equal to 53 degrees. Let me know if you have any questions so I can help you before your guys' final quiz tomorrow. Have a great day.